What's up, everyone? It's Evan with Lions, Bulls, and Bears, back for another episode of Crypto Courage. And in this video, I want to talk about Pulsechain, because there's only about 2 more days left to participate in the sacrifice phase for Pulse. And it's also the world's largest airdrop, because what essentially Ethereum is, or essentially, what Pulsechain is a fork of Ethereum. So everyone who has ERC20 tokens or NFTs or anything built on Ethereum is going to receive the Pulse version of that. So I want to preface this video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I do not expect any profits from the work of others, from the work of Richard Hart, and neither should you if you decide to get involved with it. I like the way Richard phrases it, that blockchains are free speech, and free speech is a protected human right. And if blockchains are free speech, then it shouldn't be. The reason he's calling it a sacrifice is because you are giving up your other crypto. So you're losing your money, and you should not have any expectations. So that being said, I'm going to continue on telling you about this because I'm just excited about the project, and that's it. I'm just excited about it, and I wanted to share why I'm excited about it. So essentially why Richard is, according to him, this is a direct quote, is that Ethereum started to suck. And he said that if Ethereum ever started to suck, he would fork Ethereum. And the main reason it sucks is because of the gas fees are just way too high. The fees are too high. So I have some clips that I'm going to play of Richard explaining better than I can about why Ethereum sucks and why he is forking it, and how Pulse is got better game theory than Ethereum 2.0. And since it's built on Ethereum 1.0, it's not going to have nearly as many bugs as Ethereum 2.0 will have when it launches. And he's beating them to it, and is dropping Pulsechain before Ethereum 2.0. So it'll be real interesting to see how this plays out. Like I said, I'm super excited about it. Also, I wanted to give a little background. I first found out about Richard Hart in his debate with Roger Ver, which got a little heated. And I watched quite a few of his videos. I like Richard. He kind of comes off a bit cocky and arrogant at times, but I just think he's a really smart person, and he kind of doesn't like stupidity, and he's just blunt and just says it how it is and how he feels and how he sees it. So I kind of respect that and like that. I think he's a really compassionate person. That's why he's raised so much money for the Sense Foundation, and he's authored books on self-help, trying to help people, and I genuinely think he's just trying to help people. And then a couple years ago when he launched Hex, since it was getting given to Bitcoin holders, I received some Hex. I even moved some cryptos, traded some other cryptos for Bitcoin to increase how much Hex I got. If you look at the price of Hex, it's been doing amazing. And all the people who called him a scammer, like Peter McCormack, I'll play a clip from that and his discussion with Peter McCormack when he was just launching Hex. and it's pretty comical. Peter just looks completely ridiculous and just keeps insulting him the whole time, calling him a scammer. Let's play that clip real quick.
I want to make sure that we agree on the facts. A 10,000x return in USD in less than 2.5 years sounds outrageous and impossible and like total bullshit, right?
No, it is bullshit.
Okay. How much X is Bitcoin up right now?
Don't
Used
care.
to be a penny.
Don't know. Don't care.
Okay. Well, it's up 750,000x.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It
and
doesn't
Ethereum
matter.
did more. Ethereum did more.
How
it
does-
does matter. This is the difference between a reasonable claim
Richard,
and an unreasonable claim.
money.
I don't think
Look,
everyone in cryptocurrency does win,
Richard,
ever.
Richard,
That's not how
listen,
cryptocurrencies work.
Listen, I watched your thing with Stefan the other day, and you interrupted him all the time. So let's not do that, because that's bollocks. Okay.
Right, but I just answered your question. You didn't hear the answer.
Yeah, no, because I didn't
you were
get
talking.
Okay.
I can answer it again.
I'm not the smartest guy, but I can see bullshit when I see it. Right.
Right.
Okay. If the only way to
Everyone is not going to win. Everyone is not going to win, and I've programmed it to avoid that, and I can tell you how I tried to program it to avoid that.
No,
but you can
okay.
just okay.
So it's a pump and dump. So your value proposition is this is a pump and dump.
Is Amazon a pump and dump? It dropped 95%. It's now 50% of global. It's 50% of commerce on the internet in the United States.
Okay,
it dropped 95%. No, it's not.
Okay, no, it is because
is Bitcoin a pump and dump? It's dropped 85% 3 times.
No, because they all have a value proposition. You don't have a value proposition.
Yes, I do. What I built is better than Bitcoin. Seriously.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So let's.
You said you didn't want to get technical, but then you bring it technical. I say it's better, and I want to describe it, but you say it's not, and you don't want to hear it. Like.
Okay, so you know why I used to like you? Because actually, you are really technical and you're a really good debater. And I used to love watching. Like, I love the way you tore Roger Ver apart.
It's just because I'm right. It's not because I'm better. It's like, I'm pretty good at debating, but I'm also right. It's just easier to look right when you are right.
No, it's easy. No, you're pretty good at scamming. You're going to end up
in jail. So guys like you,
no problem. You're definitely going to end up in jail for this,
okay.
And it'll be hilarious, and I'll be fucking laughing, and also I will then probably cry because I'll be like, oh, I really fucking like Richard.
Peter, I'm explaining things to you. I'm educating you, but you're not letting the information in. I'm telling you the truth about the world, but you're not listening. I'm telling you why the bottom happened, why the top happened, what the actual price performance of all these crypto things are, and these are all true things. They're not even arguable. Nothing I've said is arguable. You call me a scammer, I say, where are my victims? You say, I don't need victims. I can just keep calling you a scammer for fun. That's not reasonable.
No, it is reasonable. You're a scammer. You are a fucking scammer.
You're breaking the word.
All right, moved inside because it was starting to rain. So, yeah, that interview or discussion is pretty embarrassing for Peter McCormack, I think. I thought he was really rude to Richard and just totally lost that debate, if you want to call it that. Yeah, and I watched every debate Richard did, or most of them at least, with all the different Bitcoin maximalists who were calling Hex a scam and calling Richard a scammer. And I think Richard won all the debates that he had with anybody. And yeah, it seems like a lot of the people who got involved with Hexicans, as Richard calls them, they're all happy. So, you know, like he said, where's his victims, or who is he scammed? You know, I don't think anyone's, you know, too disappointed. And yeah, maybe, you know, some people will time trading wrong, but for the most part, it doesn't look like Hex is a scam. There's a good channel, Crypto Coffee, I believe is what it is. I'll link it down below. He does great videos on Hex and kind of dispels and debunks a lot of the arguments that people make against Hex and against Richard. So anyway, I also wanted to play a clip of one of my favorite moments with Richard is when he asked Craig Wright why he pretends to be Satoshi live on stage at a crypto conference. So let's play that clip real quick from Heidi at Crypto Tips. Again, I'll link the full video down below.
From the audience.
I don't. Why do you pretend to not be a total fool?
Should I ask you?
I don't ever want to be in the public again. You know, you've bothered my family, you've bothered me, you've bothered the people I work with. This will be the last time that you ever see me. Those words from your mouth.
No, actually, I said I didn't want to go on television again. Please don't bullshit. One, that was an hour interview that was cut and changed, which you'll find out in court soon, which they altered and they asked different questions and gave different answers to.
So we'll do a new one. Are you Satoshi?
Yes.
Okay. So you wrote the Satoshi white paper.
Yes.
And you implemented the 1 megabyte block limit.
I put a temporary limit in there after being badgered by Mr. Finney.
Right. So when you had access to the code base and could update the GitHub, and when you had access to your account on Bitcoin Talk, and when you had access to your Satoshin@gmx.com email, when did you decide that you would stop using those and stop having influence over the project, and then side channel appear as a broke guy later with no successful business interests, no Bitcoin tied to his address, no running from the government in Australia, from the Australian tax office?
Sorry, I'm not actually running from Australia. I'm in Britain. You know there's extradition laws in Britain to Australia? Sorry, morons who make things up. That's called libel and slander. That's why I've already got a number of people in court, because they're dumb. They have no idea that you can't basically be a public figure in Britain and run from the government.
Right. You're only a public figure because you cosplay as Satoshi, right?
No,
the real Satoshi would still be writing Bitcoin improvement proposals. The real Satoshi would have been there with me fighting against BCH and taking the brand, but you didn't even fork real Bitcoin. You forked a copy of Bitcoin.
All right, that's hilarious. Yeah, I love how Richard called him out live on stage like that. So I want to go back to talking about Pulse. And one of the best videos about Pulsechain is by Collin Talks Crypto. And I'll link his video down below. You should check that out. Just to bring up Hex real quick, he mentioned how CoinMarketCap is biased against Richard and against Hex. And I'm going to play a little clip from his video talking about how CoinMarketCap isn't actually showing Hex in its proper place.
I also realized that CoinMarketCap is highly manipulative to listings, and I'm going to show you this right here. So we're on the third page of CoinMarketCap, and it's sorted by market cap. And you can see the 201st token is the Hex token. It has a $27 billion market cap. It's gone up tremendously. It's gone up 84% in just the last 7 days alone. But here's the crazy thing. We're on the third page, and here's Hex token for $27 billion. But let's go back to the first page, okay? Let's take a look at the first page of all the coins on coinmarketcap.com. Now, where would $27 billion fit on this listing? Well, that would fit right here at 6th place. It would actually bump USD coin down. So why is Hex coin not displayed here? It's because CoinMarketCap doesn't honestly display the coin listings. It's manipulating this. And I think that it might be because Binance owns CoinMarketCap and Binance doesn't like Hex, or Binance doesn't want the wrapped BNB token to be on this page either, because it has billions of dollars worth of value and it's on the third page when really it should be on the first page. So there's some weird stuff going on with CoinMarketCap. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. And here, I'll just show you. We'll scroll down. See, we've sorted it by market cap from highest to lowest. Obviously, the first is Bitcoin with $578 billion. And you scroll on down, you have Ethereum, $212 billion, Tether, $61 billion, and we keep going down. We're in $4 billion range. Here's the $3 billion range, $2 billion range. Let's go to the bottom of the page here. So now we're at coin 100. Even the order's a little out of order there. And we're down to $500 million. Here's $500 million. We go to page 2. It continues, 400 million on down, 300 million. So so far it's legit. We get down to the bottom of page 2. And you see $100 million. And this is where the funny business starts. You click on page 3 on CoinMarketCap, and then suddenly everything is out of whack. On page 3, we have Hex, 27 billion. Should be on first page.
All right, so there you have it. Definitely watch all of Collin Talks Crypto's video on Pulsechain. Like I said, it'll be linked down below. And that's a really good synopsis and overview of what Pulse is, and pretty much it's an Ethereum fork. It's for smart contracts, and it's going to have faster throughput, so they can do faster transactions. The block time is quicker, and so more things can get done on it, essentially. There'll be, like I said, it'll be built on Ethereum 1.0 instead of Ethereum 2.0, so it will be, like, you know, free of bugs. And where Ethereum 2.0 will probably have some bugs in the beginning, and yeah, lower fees than that. So those are the main things. So now I'll get into the clips with some discussions with Richard and some other influencers I like. One is Crypto Face, one is Ivan on Tech, and the other one is the Martini Guy. And so I think Richard had some real productive, good conversations with those guys. Definitely watch the full videos in their entirety, but let's roll the clips. This might be a bit repetitive, but I feel like when Richard says something, like when he explains it, each time he explains it just a little bit different, and there's like a couple different things he mentions in one conversation that he doesn't in another, or just the way he phrases it makes more sense. So if you hear him repeat himself, you know, because he's kind of giving the same spiel on each discussion, but I've kind of pieced together some good clips, and let's hear Richard, the creator, let's hear it straight from him. So here we go.
Go ahead.
Sure. So what are the problems with Ethereum? I can think of many.
Yeah,
but
give us like 4 or 5 main fucking problems of Ethereum that Pulse
sure.
does better. So.
Yesterday or the day before, it cost $70 to send an ERC20 and $220 to do a swap on Uniswap. That's not okay. Never okay. Shouldn't cost $70 to send your coin. Period.
It costs $70 to send Ethereum?
No, it cost $70 to send an ERC20 on Ethereum. To send Ethereum itself was probably $30. Ethereum. It probably was $30 to send Ethereum.
All right.
It's too much. You can quote Vitalik talking about why Bitcoin sucked from a couple of years ago. These are quotes directly from him. So I always told everybody, if Ethereum ever starts to suck, I'll fork it. Well, Ethereum started to suck, so now I'm forking it. And we're making it better. And we're going to make Ethereum more valuable by reducing its load and reducing its fees. We're going to save the environment by getting rid of the miners who destroy the environment to dump the price. They dump the price to pay for electricity to buy pollution. That ain't good. It's not good for the price, and it's not good for the environment, and it's unnecessary. We've had dozens of proof of stake networks working for years, no problems. The Ethereum fees got too high. People were having to pay $1,100, $1,200 to end their stakes. It was costing $300 to on-ramp a new user via Uniswap. It was costing $200 to send or $100 to send an ERC20, of which Hex is, and it was costing $50 to send Ethereum. None of that is okay. None of that is acceptable. And there is only one way to make the world a happier place in that situation, and that's to add capacity. And Ethereum is maxed out. It's full. Okay, well, got to build another network. One with higher throughput, lower fees, doesn't destroy the environment. Remove the proof of waste, proof of work miners with proof of stake. Beat Ethereum 2.0 to market with a superior feature set. Remove centralization. Ethereum 2.0, over $200 million has already been lost to mining it in pools, because you have to pool, because it costs $64,000 to be a validator, and you have to become a network admin and a server admin. So it's terrible. It's going to introduce more and more centralization, which at the network level is very bad. So Pulse solves all that.
Mm-hmm. So what was your initial motivation to create a smart contract platform?
There's a lot of really important things. And the first one is, it was costing $300 to do a Uniswap trade. It was costing $100 to send an ERC20. It was costing $50 to send Ethereum. None of that is okay. None of that is acceptable, and it will happen again. Furthermore, as a developer or someone that manages developers, they increase the S-load gas price cost by 12x over a year and a half. You can't do that shit. You cannot do that shit. You are literally murdering people. And so, and Vitalik himself did this. Now, I like Vitalik. Okay, Vitalik's given $8 million to the Sense Foundation, which I just raised $25 million for. Vitalik writes open source software. Vitalik writes a very good blog post on his very thoughtful blog. I respect much of what he does, but some things I do not. And in this case, he absolutely positively screwed any interesting application on Ethereum that ever needed to read from disk. If you performed the sin of reading from disk to try and do logic on what you read, you got to get murdered. And what was his excuse? His excuse was, well, this could have been a DDoS attack vector because it could have made it longer to process transactions, and then that could have reduced the amount of hash power that could have been required to attack the network. Hey, you know what? Pre-optimization is the root of all evil. How about when you see this bad thing start happening, which hasn't ever happened, you roll out your fix. You don't preemptively screw your users to try and prevent them from getting screwed. So some people got a discount on their gas in this Berlin fork, the previous fork that happened. The next one's the London fork, which should have VIP 1559. And he just screwed us. Literally, selectively, interesting applications got screwed, and that screwing was given as profit to other things. And you're like, all right, well, you just screwed us. No problem, bro. I know how to fork software. Let's go. And I always told people this from the beginning. I'm like, listen, if Ethereum ever starts to suck, we'll just fork it. Ethereum started to suck, and we're like, all right, well, we're going to fork it. Now, here's the beauty. They drove me to greatness. Okay, you guys screwed my users? Fine. You're going to drive me to greatness now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to beat Ethereum 2.0 to market with better features. So what is Ethereum 2.0? They try and do higher throughput. Boom, we got that. We got more than 4 times higher throughput now. We get 4 times higher just by having 3-second blocks instead of 13-second blocks. And then because the quality of hardware is higher, because there's less validators, there's 33 of them. Now we can do things in RAM. We can push the servers hard, and they could be awesome servers. And now we can get higher gas limits in addition to the 3-second blocks, and you're looking at 10x throughput. So now we're going to have lower fees. We're going to have faster transactions. We're going to have the largest airdrop in the history of the world, where there's 10,000 new coins and who knows how many hundreds of thousands of trading pairs, maybe 30,000 new trading pairs. And they're going to be bridged back to Ethereum. And so if anything in Ethereum has value and that bridge exists, then all these things will have value too through that bridge. And if one thing in the automated market pair and Pulse has value, everything else in the pair has value because they're all routable from each other. And then an automated market fixer comes in, harvests the PRC20s, which are the ERC20s on this network, and then puts them in another AMM that isn't at risk from Uniswap v2 admin keys. And then if anyone doesn't like the game being played, they can't stop it because they can't pull their liquidity because it was already harvested in the first transaction. Not all of it, but enough to equalize the extra pulse that's going to exist because it's at least 10,000 times more numerous. Oh, and by the way, we don't burn up the environment, and we don't pay miners to blow up the environment and have them dump the price to get the money to pay the electricity company. So everything ETH 2.0 is trying to do, we're beating them to market with, and the game theory's better. Hey, you know what? I'm in this for efficiency, and there ain't nothing efficient about making miners rich so that they can dump the price to pollute the environment. It's not a good model. It's not a good idea. It's not good for anybody. Everybody loses. Getting rid of that's going to be awesome for everybody.
Okay, so saving fees.
So lower fees, higher throughput. It's like 20. It's like 20 times as much stuff can be done. So on Ethereum, you max out at 1 million transactions a day. And so in our system, you'll max out at maybe 15, 20 million transactions a day, something like that. So you have more people that can be served more affordably, faster, in a way that doesn't destroy the environment and is better for the price because you don't have miners dumping the price every day to pay for that pollution. And it's a superior network to Ethereum 2.0, which is Ethereum trying to solve its own problems. So Ethereum is switching to proof of stake. We're going to beat them to it. Ethereum,
That's a fact. They are switching to proof of stake. Is that when 2.0
yes,
comes out?
that's right. Yeah. But we're going to beat them to market. We're going to beat them to market with software that has more battle testing, that is more secure and safer because people have already lost so much money with it that they figured out where all the bugs were. When Ethereum 2.0 launches, people are going to have to lose some money to find out where those bugs are. Kind of sucks. So if we can beat Ethereum 2.0 with software that's more reliable from a been tested perspective and has a superior staking model. Are you familiar with Matic, BSC, XDAI?
Yeah, well, this is I'm going to lead on to the
Sure.
kind of
They're forks of Ethereum that launched empty and have higher throughput, lower fees.
Yeah.
Pulse is a fork of Ethereum that has higher throughput and lower fees, but it brings system state, which means that you get 10,000 new coins on a new network that you're getting for free. It's the largest airdrop in history. Coins that are priced out on Ethereum that can't function any longer will be able to function on Pulse. Stable coins like USDT and USDC, they're going to be on Pulse too. They're not going to be redeemable for dollars, but I don't think they're going to be worth nothing. And so how much will they be worth? I have no idea. Now, their admins could go and validate all those coins whenever they want, but they risk their users suing the crap out of them for destroying what might have been their users' value. So it isn't going to be an amazing, amazing experiment. It's a better system, and it's more secure. It took years for Ethereum to become secure, to figure out where the bugs were. If you launch on Ethereum 2.0, boy, you're going to pay a lot of money to find those bugs if it ever launches. You have system state. So let's take Binance. So some of Binance Smart Chain's code is in our fork. And by the way, we've already improved actual mainnet Ethereum because our commits, one of our commits is already caught and off by one bug, and it's been accepted into the main Geth. It's been merged. And I expect that to continue to happen because this blockchain software, I got to tell you, it's not top tier software, brother. It's not. They need help, and you can help them. There's only five devs working on Geth. 5. That's it. Everybody else in the 20,000 Ethereum developer community, you know what they're doing? They're adding load to those poor guys. Every other developer is adding load that those 5 guys have to deal with to keep Geth standing up. It's funny. And we've already seen 100,000 Ethereum get lost because the middlemen just lost the keys, literally just lost the keys. The middlemen lost the keys to 100,000 Ethereum. That's $200 million. They lost the keys. That crap will continue to happen at ETH 2.0 because it's a terrible design. Whereas in our system, we use delegated proof of stake, where you can just delegate your stake to a validator. You still hold your keys. He can't lose your keys. And you don't need 70 grand to play. Vastly superior. Enhances decentralization.
So what you're...
You know, my devs are helping make Ethereum better. We're going to help lower the Ethereum fees by reducing load on that network. We're going to be friendly. Now, if for some reason friendly doesn't work, I got other tricks up my sleeve. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but friendly is the way to go. You want to be friendly. Matic launched empty, XDAI launched empty, BSC launched empty. Why would I go through all this effort to create this new amazing thing and launch it empty when I can launch it full and then have 10,000 new coins? And all those people that are priced out of Ethereum that can't transact on it because they had high gas fees, and there's a lot of them, they're going to have coins that are likely to be more valuable on Pulse than on Ethereum because you can't use them on Ethereum, but you can use them on Pulse. And so, and I mean, as far as the friendly thing goes, if for some reason the two networks become antagonistic, which one is going to fill up first? So it's good that they remain friendly. You know what I mean? Because otherwise they're going to fill up before we do. And then we're going to still be able to transact and they can't.
Fill up. So you mean
their blocks will fill up?
Your community will spam? Is that what
no,
you mean, or?
No. We're creating 10,000 new coins, which is 10,000 new trading pairs. Now, if that load exists on our side, then fine. We're doing all the transactions, and then we just have a limited single channel of bandwidth on the Pulse pair. Makes Pulse more valuable, reduces the load on the networks, and all the arbs happen here. But if they want to get antagonistic, I'll wideband it, and I'll go horizontal with it, and I'll open up trading pairs each individually, and you can go arb. What's the O notational scaling on that arb? And their network will fill up before ours. So I'm being friendly, and I'm going to continue to be friendly. But if they fuck around, well, then you guys can fill up, and we'll just keep working, and then you can regret your decisions. So, I mean, we've already got something better than Bitcoin for storing value, and now we're going to have a network for transacting that's better than the number 2 market cap. And so I can imagine a world in the near future where Hex is number 1, Pulse is number 2, and then some of the PRC20s on Pulse are like 3, 4, 5, and then it's just like, where did everybody else go? That's possible. That can happen. It's really cool.
All right, so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed those clips of Richard. Watch Collin's video. Watch Crypto Coffee's videos on Hex. If you want to learn more about Hex, and if you're as excited as I am about Pulse, then get involved, because there's only 2 days left to participate. So again, I have no expectations to make profit off of the work of others. Neither should you. Just want to re-emphasize that. And thank you everybody for watching. And we'll do updates on Pulse after it launches. And I'll probably do an update on Hex. I think I only mentioned it briefly in one of my videos that I got some, but I never actually did a video on Hex. So we'll do a video on Hex. And thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Much love.